Okay, so I recently did a kind of unboxing thing of my Evercade, which was the Lara Croft Evercade collection. And yesterday, this came in the mail. Legacy of Kain, so Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, and Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I originally played this on the Dreamcast, and what actually happened, I'll speak as I'm unwrapping this cellophane. What actually happened was I got fairly far in the game, but I didn't know anything about the warp gates. So I'd always start off at the very beginning, and I didn't even know whether or not my game had, like, the progress had been saved. And so what would happen would be I'd restart the game every single time, thinking that, okay, I'm going to have to do this in one sitting. It was only when I got the Soul Reaver that I realized that the game had actually saved, because at the very beginning I'd have the Soul Reaver. But the amount of times I had to restart that game, and what made it worse was the fact that my Dreamcast broke, and I couldn't continue the game for years. But then I got a new Dreamcast. I checked the memory card, the save slot was still there, and I just picked up where I left off. I think I was in some kind of like the spider vampires domain. I don't know, he was called like Zephon or whatever. But as you have here, I didn't think it would have a little manual, but it actually does seem to have a little manual, which is cool. Oh, cool, awesome. A millennium has passed since Lord Kain set his capital in the ruins of the Pillars of Nosgoth and began his conquest of the world. His first act was to recruit a cader, delving into the underworld. Kain snared 6 souls and thus birthed his lieutenants, of which I, Raziel, was one. We, in turn, prowled the twilight of purgatory, building 6 legions of vampires to pillage Nosgoth. So on and so forth. As we matured, our earthly bodies evolved into a higher form. We assumed the powers and nobility of the dark gods. With each change, the trivial affairs of vampire and man held less interest. Always it was Kain who would change first. After the master had experienced a new gift, one of us would follow in a decade or so. That is, until I had the audacity to evolve before my master. I was gifted with wings, and for my impertinence, I was damned. So that's the story of that. Blood Omen. You are Kain. Your enemies killed you in the ultimate act of treachery. But through the blackest of sorcery, you have returned as a vampire. For sustenance, you must feast upon the blood of the living. For revenge, you will exact the darkest of fates upon your murderers. So yeah, that's actually quite cool that it's got a little instruction manual. And of course, adverts at the back. See that Lara Croft collection I already have. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test this game out. Just to see. Oh, bloody hell. There you go. Drop the cartridge onto the screen. Don't just break your cartridge, but break the screen too. Double whammy. I think it's fine. Once again, that kind of situation with a cartridge where it's kind of hard to get in and out, but not really a problem. So if I turn this on, you seem to really have to hold this button down in order to get it to turn on. You can't just press it once and then it turns on. You have to press and hold it, it would seem. So I'm just going to play through this. Not really that far, just a little bit. Just to test the game, to see how it plays. Soul Reaver. I really should play Blood Omen first, but I've only played that briefly on the PlayStation. Just to make sure that the disc was working. I've never actually played through it, but Legacy of Kain. I totally love the opening to this. I think this is the PS1 version rather than a Dreamcast version, so the graphics probably aren't that good, but or aren't as good, but who cares? It should be fine. I can't even believe that they've got a PlayStation quality game on this handheld console. But I'm old fashioned. I'm still kind of I still kind of think a Nintendo DS is incredible. Mario Kart on the DS was pretty good though. So we're gonna get the opening sequence here. They better give me the opening sequence. Why do I have to go to start again? I already did this. Here we are.
Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my Lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome: my eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, burn forever in the bowels of the lake of the dead. Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed. My torment receded. Back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me. And yet, I lived.
That's Tony J, the voice actor for the Elder God, and he's fucking awesome. He's dead now. He was brilliant. He always used to remind me of the Labour politician Tony Benn. But you guys won't know who that is.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy. What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty. You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution. I would choose
Angel of Death. Isn't that the name of the 6th Lara Croft game? Or was it Angel of Darkness? So what we have here, this is the place where I always used to end up starting the game. You always come back here unless you use the warp gates. And, oh yeah, apologies for that overly long opening sequence. I just let it play in case you wanted to hear it. If not, you can always skip ahead, so who cares? Oh, here's a warp gate.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
So you need to stand on these warp gates in order to activate them, which is something I never used to do. So then, when you stand on... Wait, hold on. X. So there's only one. These are all the different ones.
You must visit other gates before this portal will be open to you.
Yeah, like what the Elder God just said. You've got to visit the gates before they open to you. So I don't know how much I'm going to play of this. Maybe just get outside into the open. Just to kind of give you a sense of how the game plays.
You are weak. You must feed. The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood. You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
So press B to feed. And I need to fill up this meter here. I'm feeding on souls. So now I can go through here. A to jump. And he automatically grabs on. Like Lara Croft. So hold L1 and A to do a high jump.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
Okay, so what is it? A and then hold A? That's fairly self-explanatory. I feel like maybe the steering's slightly off. Like left and right's maybe a bit too much.
What scabrous riches are these? Sure, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
But personally, I think it's fine. Right, so R1 to autoface. And B to feed. Now I should be able to go up here. Right, okay. So yeah, the steering's a little off, but it's basically fine. It might just be because I'm using a D-pad for a 3-dimensional game.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane.
Right, press the select button. X to cast. Okay.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
That looks like something that can be climbed later in the game, when you have the climbing ability.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world.
Am I going to be able to jump across here?
Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
I'm going to do a high jump and glide across. Oh! Got my feet wet. I did it. Okay. X to open this door. I'd like to find another warp gate. So that...
These creatures. Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Tumor. That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood. Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men. I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. A vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
I'm going to throw it. There you go.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Where is that guy? Ugh. Come on. Where do you get to? Try to throw it into the sunlight. There you go. I could have thrown him into the water as well, but nah. Okay. How am I going to do this? I think I need to maybe move this.
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
Oh, this is difficult. I don't know which... Is it this way? Right, I think I need to change to this realm. Or maybe not. Oh, the camera is a serious problem. It's very difficult for me to actually look around to see what it is that I need to do. So you've got the L and R triggers, but that's probably the same as Soul Reaver Like how it's always been. I just don't know where I'm meant to go. I can't remember. I feel like I had to... Wait. Maybe. Right. Oh, dear God. This is kind of interesting that I can't actually look up. Because I don't know. There's bound to be something I'm meant to jump onto. I just don't know where it is. How? Oh, I've completed this game before. I swear to God. I just...
These objects are mere shadows in the spectral realm, frozen and immovable.
Okay. Looks like a special item in there. Oh. Hold on 1 second. I'm having to reposition myself because I'm losing the circulation in my feet. That's probably not so much the game's fault as much as it is... wait. I think I might see it now. I think I remembered the game slightly wrongly. I felt like I had to change into the spectral realm at some point. Because often things change in the spectral realm. I didn't mean to do that. Right, okay, so... Can I... Fuck. Have to move it a bit more. There we go. Oh, I have wicked pins and needles right now. Right, okay, we're getting somewhere now. I think there might be another door and then I'm out into the open, unless I'm mistaken. Here we are.
My God. A sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed. This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
Right, so there's another vampire guy, and he's gonna get his fucking bitch ass kicked. Well, that never worked. I was trying to throw him into the fire. Oh, wait, here's some fire. Wait, I wonder if I can pick this up. Okay, where'd that bastard get to? Where are you? God, these guys can dodge. Oh, fuck off, you. No! Yeah! Actually, what I'm gonna do, I think there's a weapon over here somewhere. Yep, here we go. Yeah. And this is what I'm gonna do. Fuck you up, bitch. Yeah. And you've always got to pick it up again. You've got to suck the soul first, because if you take this spike thing out first, then it gets its soul back. It's kind of weird. I should have shown you there, but... Is this the door I just came out of? I think that is. I think here you face Kain later on in the game. Spoiler alert. I want to find another warp gate, because when I do continue this game, I don't want to have to start over. It'd be really annoying. Oh, and it looks like I've only got so much health left. I'll show you this. Watch this. If I pick it up, see? It came back to life. You've got to suck the soul first, and then take the spear out. Seems a bit weird, but oh, here we go. So that indicates, shit. That indicates that it is a warp gate. I don't know why I couldn't bring my spear into here. That might be a problem with the game, or maybe I just did it wrongly. So here we go. I've just activated this. So now I can use the warp gate. So this is where I would always start the game. Not actually here, because I would never use the warp gate. I'd start it... Is it through here? No. Wait. Let me see. This way. In this cavern. That's where I would always start it. Just here. Where the Elder God saved me. Brought me back. So now I'm just going to go back through the warp gate. And then just save the game. I think I'm done for today. So I'll just show you going back through the warp gate. Where is it? Where's the door? Why am I even in the spectral realm? I don't remember going through the spectral realm. Maybe you can only travel through the warp gate in the spectral realm. I don't know. I'll test that later. This is such a good game. I'll pick my spear back up. Oh. Make sure to auto target. And immediately afterwards lose my spear again, have to pick it up again. It's kind of annoying that you have to pick up the spear every single time, but then again, the way that Raziel fights makes a bit more sense. And here's the abyss where Raziel was thrown off. So, this seems like as good a place as any to try to save the game. I wonder how many games you can save on here. Now, I'm curious to see what happens if I jump off into the abyss. Just a good place to end. Oh, wait, I can jump across here. That's interesting. Let's not jump across. Let's just... There you go. You end up back here.
You are beyond death, Raziel. Your enemies cannot destroy you. If you grow too weak, however, you will always be drawn here to recover.
Ah, great. Well, anyway. That's me. Yes, I really do want to quit. Turn it off. Okay, so that was my introduction to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, and this video has been insanely long as usual. But if you want to see more Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver on the Evercade, just let me know in the comments. If, however, you would like me to continue playing Lara Croft, then let me know that in the comments. And if you would rather not see any more videos from me at all, don't say anything, because if you've got nothing nice to say, then just don't say anything. Thanks for watching. Bye.